Hello, this is Candice Hoz, and we're here today to discuss Salesforce training. First, let's talk about the problem that we've identified. We know that sales automation, management, and monitoring can be optimized for efficiency if Salesforce is fully adopted and correctly used by the field sales team. And that would result in saved time, enhanced customer service, and increased revenue. We have lots of issues around the CRM program. We have a lack of expectations, a lack of defined daily operations and procedures, a lack of consequences. However, one of our biggest issues is the lack of customer data. And the problem is that there are issues with the field sales team keeping customer information up to date. Every customer account needs to have accurate information on 10 specific data points at this point. And after every visit with a customer, the sales team must update the account with notes. And these notes should summarize what happened during the visit and what the next steps are, what their follow up actions are. So, this is the problem that we need to resolve. And so, how can we do that? Well, we can do that with Salesforce training. So, imagine a self paced course that has a pre course survey that really helps to determine what are the knowledge gaps, how can we really engage the learners. We have a pre course test out. So, test outs for every module. That way, if the learners are already excelling in that module, we don't want to waste their time. They can skip ahead if they need to. It'll also kind of let us know where everybody is. It'll be asynchronous learning. So each module will build upon the previous module. We'll have learner-led real case study reviews so that the learners will be able to showcase how they're using Salesforce, how it's helping them in their accounts, how they're leveraging it to really, make their goals. We'll also host peer discussion groups. We'll have one for sales team members and managers, and then we'll also have one for managers only so that we can really support them with their needs and help them to work with the sales team and Salesforce. We'll also host a hands-on learning lab office hours with IT. We'll help IT to facilitate that so that people can come in and share their screens and show any technical issues that they're having, but it'll be hands-on, and we'll be able to see it so we can acknowledge any issues that might be happening that maybe haven't come to surface yet. And then also van tours. So the van tours will be live events. We'll go into a region. We'll have the whole team on the van, shoulder to shoulder. We'll go into accounts. Salesforce won't be the primary part of what we're doing, but it will be part of it because that's part of the account visit. So we'll be out there helping them with sales training and how they implement Salesforce on that day-to-day basis. And then we also want to start a super user group, or what I'm calling the mentor program. So for those folks who are excelling in Salesforce, we want them to be able to mentor others on how to use Salesforce. So in terms of learning theories here, we have covered cognitivism and constructivism. So in cognitivism, we're going to build upon existing schemas. We're going to help them to solve real problems. In constructivism, we're going to build on knowledge. We're going to help them to, create their own experience, their own knowledge. We're going to help to connect any new information they have with their current reality. And we're going to offer them lots of social learning experiences. So like the peer discussion group and the van tours, those are all social learning experiences that they'll have. And in terms of the characteristics of learning, we're going to cover prior knowledge. We'll have a course overview. We'll have a pre-test and a test out. We'll have active learning. They'll be doing self-assessments, reflections, lots of problem solving, authentic contexts. They'll have case studies that are very relevant to what they do every day so that, they'll make sense for them. They'll be able to learn from them and apply them to their real life situation. And we'll have lots of hands-on learning like at the IT lab, like the van tours, and then socially constructed learning. So those learner-led real life case studies where they're, sharing with their peers what they've learned, also the peer discussion groups, as well as the van tours. And then in terms of adult learner assumptions, we want to make sure that we address self-concept. We know that our learners are known for their robust and self-directed work ethic. And their success really hinges on their ability to manage their time and workload independently. So we know that their learning must, really demonstrate the relevance to their professional goals and directly apply to improving their sales performance. So we will have a pre-course survey, which will help to identify those knowledge gaps and areas that are most significant of interest, really helping to engage them. We also know that our learners consist of varied experience. We have sales reps who've been around for 30 years. We have some that are newer, they've only been around for 5 years. We have folks who've been a cow for 30 years, folks who are new to cow. We have folks that have, you know, really understand Salesforce and folks that don't. So we have varying levels of experience in many different areas. So one thing we're going to do there is make sure that we have those test out opportunities so that no one is wasting their time in a module that they've already mastered or that they already know. We also know that a key challenge is that our learners may not initially perceive the value of Salesforce in their daily workflow. So in order to, ensure that we're addressing learner readiness, we're going to have those teach back opportunities so that people can showcase their work. We're also going to have that opportunity to become a super user or part of the mentor group. And we think that that will be very helpful. Again, the learners may not initially understand how Salesforce can address their specific challenges. So it's very important, and we know this, so we'll make sure that this is part of what we do, that we have problem-centered work for them to do. So again, the case studies, that's going to be an integral part of the learning. There'll be very relevant case studies, and then we'll also have those real-life case scenarios that will be presented by the team members. So that part of the learning can really help them to see how it really, directly affects and can impact what they do on a daily basis, helping them to save time, reach their goals, and do all the things that we know Salesforce can do to help make them successful. So thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to hearing back from you.